Views and opinions of any of the guests of After Hours AM are not necessarily the views and opinions of After Hours AM, its hosts, its staff, or any of its affiliates.
Welcome to the After Hours program.
Are you ready?
It's alive! It's alive! It's alive!
Now broadcasting live from the After Hours AM studio, Joel Sturgis and Eric Olson.
And good evening, one and all. Welcome to the After Hours AM. I'm your host, Joel Sturgis, right along with me.
Eric Olson.
And hey, Eric, we are less than a week now from the big Halloween, man.
We are indeed less than a week. It's extraordinarily
knocking on the door.
Bizarre.
Yep.
And we've talked about this, and people who have been listening to the show all along, I'm sure, have picked up on it. We begin mentioning Halloween. The first mention, typically, I start getting the very first press release about some haunted house or something in maybe July.
Yep.
So you start the occasional mention, and then it picks up steam, of course, in August.
Yeah.
And lots of the really Halloween specialty places
Sure.
are in full bloom
Sure.
by August, or at least
Yeah.
late August.
Yeah.
And then the various department stores and the big box stores and all those,
Yep.
those kick in fully in September,
Yep.
right?
Yes.
And so you feel what I'm talking about is it's like a stream.
It is.
And it starts off a little brook way up on top of a mountain. And by the time October comes, it's a raging.
We're drowning. We're drowning in Halloween
It is a
goodness.
raging river. It is a raging river, and it just picks up speed, picks up.
It does.
It's coming. It's gone.
It's not like Christmas, where Christmas kind of hits all at once. Halloween's a trickle, is what it is. It trickles in. It kind of comes in under the radar.
It does. And then gradually, little by little, more and more and more. And at some point, you cross the line from it being too soon,
Yes.
too early to talk about it,
Yeah.
to, whoa, it's almost here.
It's almost here. It's like 6 days away now. So, we got a little bit of time, but not a whole lot of time. And we're going to have a great Halloween show all ready to go for you guys next Thursday. That's not a problem at all. And then, of course, Wednesday with the Criminal Code, got a really special one coming up for that as well. So you're going to want to keep your eyes and ears peeled for that one. But that's all next week. But tonight, we're talking about the Buckland Museum of Witchcraft.
We are.
And that's going to be cool because, witchcraft is one of those, that, Eric. I get kind of strange in a lot of ways about that subject matter because it kind of freaks me out a little bit. Just a little bit.
Well, you go to this place, you go to this museum, and we just kind of stumbled upon it. My wife found an article in the local kind of Entertainment Weekly that did a list of the spookier, eerier, more offbeat, odd, kind of
Crazy
Halloween
stuff. Yeah.
shops and places around Cleveland where we live. But included with the shops and whatnot was this museum, which has only been open about a year and a half here in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And we went in there, and it was just amazing. We had such a great time talking with Stephen and Jillian and seeing all the artifacts. And I guess they only have something like 40% of the stuff up because of space. But it's still a ton of stuff. And it's such an amazing collection of actual witchy, Wiccan type artifacts, along with pop culture, giving it kind of a sense of reference, history of the movement, of the Wiccan movement, and history of the various individuals prominent, obviously most prominent of all, Raymond Buckland, who formed the museum in the first place, and who's basically the guy who brought Wicca. You can't really say he invented it, but he was one of the founders of Wicca in America in the 20th century. So he's a super influential guy. But, I mean, there's some really creepy stuff in there, too, like we were talking about last night, a box that holds
a demon.
a demon.
Oh, did you see, by the way, that Zach and the boys over there on Ghost Adventures are going to be opening the W.E.B.B box on Halloween night?
I saw they were going to do that.
They're going to do that. They're giving disclaimers out that they're not responsible for any health problems you might have by watching the show and da-da-da. I don't know. I'm sure the box has been opened before. I'm sure that's the first ones to open it.
Well, certainly at some point, yes.
Yeah, but I don't know. What do you think? I don't know, really. I mean, should people fear the W.E.B.B box? I'm not sure. I mean, of course, it's a good hook. It is a 4-hour-long extravaganza on the Travel Channel Halloween night, and gosh, I won't be tuning in, but I might be.
A long time.
If I didn't have small children, if I didn't have small children, I might contemplate. I might catch on demand though. But I'll be interested to see the social media, how many people fall ill because they watched it. Because that always happens. Somebody says, "Oh, I was afflicted. I watched like last year's Annabelle. I watched the doll Annabelle and now I'm possessed. Oh my God," stuff like that. So it's always interesting to see what kind of social influence these shows have.
You are utterly correct. It's kind of hard for me to really get behind the notion that
it's a box.
Well, it's a box. More importantly, it's a box on television.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're watching them open a box on a box. Really? So
exactly.
That's about it.
That's my problem. I am open to the concept. I'm open to the possibility that there really is something attached to this box, that it has actually caused throughout time, issues for people. I'm open to all of that, but that's people with direct contact to it.
Yeah.
I don't see how people can be afflicted with that much space between them, with that much separation.
Yeah. It'd be
the screen,
It would have to affect millions of people then at that point, and I wonder how powerful exactly this W.E.B.B demon is. Can he go to millions of homes? That would be pretty powerful. Okay, well,
bouncing off the satellite.
Yeah. It's
weaving through all those boxes, those cable boxes.
Sure.
Wow, that's a
he'd be truly a demon of epic proportion if he could do that, and that would be something else.
That's for sure. All right. Well, we were debating. Should we do a final for Halloween, and we still might next Thursday, which will only be the day after. That's still All Saints Day.
It really would be, and we will give you guys a final location on the book, but I think we're going to switch gears, and we're going to do the symbolism of some of the stuff from Halloween. But really quickly, before we do that, I've been asked like only 10 million times, okay, not that many, but close, my thoughts on The Haunting of Hill House on Netflix. So I did watch the whole thing, Eric. All 10 episodes. All of them.
Yeah.
10
I've still only
hours.
seen the first 5.
Oh, I watched the whole thing. Okay. Now, I read the 1959 novel, by the way. It's only like 256 pages long. It's not much of a novel, but it's really good.
Oh, it's a classic. It's considered.
It's great.
Many people think it's literally the haunted house book.
It is a great book, and if you're looking for something that covers that source material really faithfully, don't watch this.
No,
because it really
and part
doesn't.
of it's just the era.
Exactly.
We've changed
if you're
time. Right?
But if you're really looking for something that for this Halloween season that will cover that source material almost word for word, check out the 1963 The Haunting movie, and that would be more up your alley if you want to do that, and that would be more faithful to that source material.
Clearly, this is an interpretation.
It is, but they did a really good job on it. Netflix did. I mean, the actors were good, special effects were good. I mean, it does have its faults, though. I found it really kind of slow. It was a really kind of a slow burn. I found it a little bit convoluted at times. I was a little confused here and there with all the flashbacks, what's happening. So you really got to watch it and watch it hard. And there's a lot of things that you're going to miss in the background if you don't watch it really, really closely, like ghosts that pop up, that just kind of the background kind of thing. It's a lot of atmospheric horror too.
Tons of them.
Yes, that's atmospheric. It's also got jump scares. But the characters, Number one, it's a group of supermodels that evidently were afflicted by this demon ghost. They're all pretty. I've never seen such a pretty family in my life. Unfortunately, they're all being preyed upon by this house. So that's horrible. Some of them really, the scenes are really robotic. I found myself not really caring a whole lot about most of these characters. Like, I don't give a crap. Die. I don't care. Do your thing. Because they were so robotic most of the time. Okay. And
I love the youngest girl, though.
Yeah.
Nell.
Yeah,
Nell, the twin.
Yeah, she's a shining star. She did a great job. But in my book, the three that really came really heavy out there and really put a good performance on was Henry Thomas, which he plays the young father.
Right.
Timothy Hutton plays the old father. Well, Timothy Hutton's been around forever, and the guy is a hell of an actor. But Robert Longstreet, I was surprised to see him. He plays Mr. Dudley. He really turned in a great performance.
He's barely on in those first 5.
Yeah,
so
but
I
later
haven't
on,
seen much of him yet.
you see more of him as it goes. And the guy still, he's an underrated actor. I've seen him on other things. And in this, it's no different. He really brings it. And he is one of those actors that he truly wears that emotion on his face when he's talking. Like, you truly believe he's going through this. That's how well he does it. That's how well he portrays that part.
I will absolutely look for that. Yeah, we blew through those first 5 episodes, I think that first weekend that it was up.
What are you thinking? What do you think, though, after those first 5? Where are you at? What are you feeling? Are you liking it?
Oh, yeah, I'm very, very absorbed in it. I think it's super creepy, that house. Oh, my God. That house, truly, no kidding,
sure,
gives me the willies.
It is a freaky house. It's a really freaky house. Now, in 1999, they made, of course, A Haunting, which was with Liam Neeson, and, of course, that was a completely different film, but that was still the same source material as The Hill House.
That one didn't work.
That did not work at all. That borderline sucked. So if you're,
even beyond borderline,
yeah, it was bad. Okay, now where I'm at on this, it's not quite as good as Stranger Things in my mind. Just not quite there. Doesn't have the panache or even the character. It just doesn't have that personality that Stranger Things does in my mind. So I'll give the house I'll give the Haunting of Hill House 4 out of 5 stars.
I think that's perfectly reasonable.
It's really good, but it's not a Stranger Things. I gave Stranger Things 4.5 stars when that was out. The first season 4.5 stars. I gave the second season about 4 because I thought that kind of fell off a little bit in the second season. But I'll be interested to see what they bring for the third one. This one, now, I did hear that there's going to be a season 2. So how they're going to get a season 2 off the ground, that's anyone's guess. But really quick side note, I did also watch the new series on Amazon Prime called Lore. Season 2. Season 1 was a little bit better because it's narrated by Aaron Mahnke. This one's no narration at all. It's straight storytelling, which is not bad, but the other one had more character in my mind. It was just a little bit better done, well done. This one, again, is really good. Don't get me wrong, but it's just not as good as the first season. And there is your reviews for this week. What's streaming right now that you could watch. I have not seen the new Halloween yet. I will get to that at some point.
Yeah, me too. We haven't either. We're going to try to get to it Saturday night. We have to travel again this weekend. We were down in Cincinnati for our daughter's birthday, visiting her at college. And this weekend we have to go almost that same area, southwestern Ohio again. But this is for a singing competition for my son.
Oh, he's singing, is he?
Yes, he's a singer as well.
Okay,
So
you got a talented family there. If you guys only had a bus, you guys would have it made.
Well, we got the family band, but the younger two are not in that. Someday, although they'll probably be way better. They'll be too good for us.
All you need is a little redhead, little Danny Bonaducci to join the little band there, and you'd have her made. You could have it to your own TV show.
Spunky little guy.
Yes.
We need spunky little guys. Anyway, so we'll be traveling again down to Southern Ohio for some sort of I don't know what it is, but it's a singing competition, and he's been practicing. So we'll be gone. We'll be staying with friends,